Welcome to PC Gaming Tech Summary. I'm your host, Gamer, and today we have a look at NIS NVIDIA Image Scaling. So this new technology has been around since December 2021, and I decided to have a look at it. Basically, it allows you to use strange resolutions and increase your frames per second. So I've just been having a play with that, and it's very interesting. So this is an open source, free technology that game developers can actually put into their games, right? But if the game developer doesn't do that, then you need the NVIDIA graphics card to implement it. You go into your NVIDIA control panel and activate it, which I'll show you in a bit how to do that. So I'll just have a quick show of what I'm talking about. I know it's a bit difficult to see, but what we have here is we've got 4K, no anti-aliasing, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Lara Croft here, okay, 76 frames per second on that frame. This is 4K DLSS Ultra Performance, and we've got 72 frames per second. Okay, and then we go over here, and with NIS implemented, we've got the strange resolution, 3151 by 1662. And we've got DLSS Ultra Performance running as well, and we've got a frame rate of 88 frames per second. So it's gone from 72 to 88 by going from 4K to 3151 by 1662. So just looking at the images, I know it's a bit difficult to see. I'll put them up so you can see them a bit better. It just looks, Laura looks a bit softer, her a little blurrier, softer, you could say, than over here. But you know, she doesn't look bad. She doesn't look bad, yeah. So if you need some extra frames per second in a particular game, this may be an option for you. So sit right back, have a cup of coffee, and we'll get into it. Well, I'm back. That's right, there's been some announcements made for CES, Consumer Electronics Show, I believe, and that's in Las Vegas, January 2022. So there's been quite a bit of information that have come out of CES so far, and in particular, I'm very interested in the 12th Gen Alder Lake Intel CPUs. Yes, so this month they will be released, is my understanding. I don't have the exact date, but I do have recommended pricing. So the top of the line non-K CPU, which you cannot overclock, but you really don't need to, that's the 12900, and that's $489, which has a total of 24 threads. That's 8 performance cores or gaming cores, and it has 8 efficiency or multitasking cores. The 12700 is going to be $339 US. 8 performance gaming cores and 4 efficiency multitasking cores, total of 20 threads. So that's the one I'm interested in. $339. I mean, that's similar to the 12600K price. And benchmarks have come out and fantastic results. Really, this is looks like a very good purchase that should last quite a while, because the new Xbox and PS5 have been released recently over the last year or so, and they have 8 cores in them, and they're not nearly as powerful as these Alder Lake cores, but basically those consoles are going to be sticking around for a few years, and the gaming will be adapted for that. So going with the 12700, I shouldn't need a new CPU for quite some time. Now, Budget King, the 12400, which only has 6 performance gaming cores, no efficiency cores. It's 12 thread, $192 US. Now we're talking, that's budget. And the 6 cores, because you want to have minimum 6 cores these days for gaming, if you're going to invest in such a platform. Now, just to compare to AMD on a well-known marketing network, Amazon, 5600X, $289 compared to $192 for the 12400. What? The 5600 AMD CPU does not have onboard graphics. The 12400 does. What does that mean? Well, that means if you have a problem with your graphics card, with your GPU, and it's not working, you have to take it out, whatever, get it serviced, fixed, or whatever. If you have a 5600X, you've got no graphic. You can't see anything on your computer, on the screen. But with the 12400, 12700, 12900, all 3 of those have onboard graphics, which means you just unplug your display from your graphics card and stick it in to the back of your computer on the motherboard. And you can actually see what's on the screen. So you can carry on and do things that you need to do. So that's why I always want to have onboard graphics on my CPUs. All right, so hey, there you go. Now the new motherboards, there'll be more coming out. I've only seen the MSI Mortar, which is the 660M, so M-ATX, okay, micro ATX. It's not the mini ITX, which is for is the smallest board. This is the one just down from ATX, okay? No idea on pricing yet on that one, but that's the one that's been used to benchmark the 12700. Yeah, so I haven't heard anything bad about it yet. So that's the latest there. I don't have anything on the Intel new graphics card yet. I don't think that's been announced yet, any of the new information. So we'll just have another update. So I plan to do another video, this is part 1, so I'm planning to do a part 2 on the NIS, the NVIDIA Image Scaling. And in these videos, I plan to bring out the 1070 and have a look there and just see what we can get out of it with this technology. All right, so the NVIDIA RTX 3090 Ti, okay, 450 watt TDP. Hello. You're gonna need a powerful power supply to run that. And the price, well, I've heard it's an arm and a leg. So, you know, take your pick. All right, and the new graphics card from AMD, the 6500 XT, and that has 4 gigabytes of video memory, and the TBP is between 80 watts and 107 watts. That's being released January 19th, 2022, $199 US. Also the RTX 3050, the NVIDIA 3050 is being released on January 27th. And that has 8 gigabytes of video memory, and it's $249 suggested retail price, US dollars. So it's an RTX card, so it's got ray tracing cores, it's It's got your tensor cores so it can do the DLSS. And hello, it is a more powerful graphics card than the 6500 XT from what we can see for now, but you got to do the benchmarks and compare, because AMD with their chips, they're very power efficient, so you can get a powerful card because of that power efficiency. So the AMD 6500 XT has got a very high clock frequency, core clock frequency, and I'll put that up on the screen if I haven't already. And the 3050 RTX has a TDP of 130 watts. So 130 watts compared to 80 to 107 watts. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what the benchmarks show. All right. More NVIDIA news and Samsung. A little bit of Samsung news. Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 5 will be on the GeForce Now network, and you'll be able to play it on the new Samsung TVs in the second quarter of this year. Okay, so that's the online streaming gaming service that NVIDIA has, where you can pick any device and play games, and basically the powerful graphics processing gets done on their end. So this is a new game streaming service that a lot of companies are playing with, but you know, at the moment with the technology, it's not as fast as having a graphics card, obviously. So okay, now also in the USA, AT&T with their 5G mobile phone network will be working with NVIDIA and GeForce Now as well. Okay, now we've got new games coming out with ray tracing. So all of these games, I believe, have ray tracing, and a few have the DLSS. It seems that some developers, they implement the DLSS at a later stage. So we've got the day before, okay, January 20th. Excuse me, June. The day before is in June, okay? We've got Rainbow Six Siege Extraction, January 20th. Escape from Tarkov is getting DLSS. And Dying Light 2, February 2nd with RTX. And January 14th, God of War with RTX Reflex, with the reflex technology. It reduces lag, basically. Input lag, is my understanding. And hey, what do you know? That is it for the CES update for now. And now we'll carry on with the NIS technology, the NVIDIA Image Scaling. Okay, just to remind, we have 4K with no anti-aliasing and no NIS at 76 frames per second. We've got DLSS Ultra Performance implemented, and we get 72 frames per second. Then we activate the NIS and get the resolution 3151 x 1662 with DLSS Ultra Performance, and we get a whopping 88 frames per second. So if you have a look at Laura's face, I've just zoomed in so you can see the differences between the three and another view head on. So just to let you know what it looks like. Now to activate the NIS, I will show you how to do that. But first of all, if we're in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, these are the resolutions, standard resolutions you can choose. And there's only one between the 4K and 1440p. So if we go to the system tray and to the NVIDIA icon, the black and green one, and go to Control Panel, the NVIDIA Control Panel. Now we want to go up and be sure that we have the advanced 3D settings set. Okay, and then we go back to adjust 3D settings, and image scaling is there at the top, and we're going to turn that on, and we're going to also have it do some sharpening at 50%, and we're going to have the overlay indicator activated as well. So you get in the top left corner of your screen, it will be green at NIS when it is working. If it's blue, that means it's sharpening but not doing the filtering. I've also noticed that it does not show up in screenshots and videos, the NIS. So we're just gonna we just apply those settings, wait for them to activate, and if you want, you can just restart your machine, make sure that it's taking effect. So these are the additional resolutions that we can choose now. So it's that 3151 by 1662. So that's the one that gives you a nice performance boost. Well, if you want to be notified when my next video goes up on NIS, just subscribe and we'll keep you informed. So thanks for joining us here on PC Gaming Tech Summary. And don't forget, you'll be seeing me in the next video. No.